Did you know that gas stations are the most popular places on Earth in terms of total locations, with over 5 million gas stations worldwide? That's more than schools and fast food restaurants combined. And so anytime you're operating with a sheer number like that, you're gonna have a large sliver of them that are absolutely unhinged. And those are the ones that I'm interested in looking at today, so I gathered up a list of some of the worst one-star gas stations in my entire state, and we'll be heading to all of them trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So with that being said, we have a lot to get to. I'm excited for this one, so grab your popcorn and let's do this. Okay guys, we are about to pull in right now to a BP gas station that, no joke, is the lowest rated gas station in the entire state, boasting a 1.5 out of 5 stars on Google reviews. Some of the reviews that make it that low are actually kind of crazy. They note that the gas pumps are tampered, which means that maybe they're putting water or something, maybe the gas pumps themselves just aren't working and they just steal your money. People are saying the hours are misleading. They're saying the service here is very disappointing and it takes 15 minutes to get somebody to help you. But let's see what happens. We're about to pull in literally right now and see if we can get someone to help us. Hey, what's going on? Can I get $10 super?
Cash.
Cash, yeah. I'm not even sure that guy works here because he's just like chilling next to his car. I mean, he filled it up. It's filling it up with $10 worth. I'm at 310 miles, so this should get ultimately to maybe 365. Yeah, 390. So the gas is definitely filled up. That was kind of strange.
Hello.
Yeah.
How much you have a camera like this? Is it Canon or what kind of?
It's a Sony.
How much does it cost?
Maybe like 200 or so.
200?
Yeah.
The whole camera?
No, the lens is separate. Maybe $50. You can get something cheap.
So like this is like 200?
In total, yeah, give or take.
It comes with this, the flash?
This holder is a separate piece, right?
Yeah.
This holder is separate.
I'm gonna buy some on the Black Friday. So.
Oh yeah, you'll get a good sale Black Friday. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for sure. All right, so we just finished up there. I don't know how I feel about that experience. Some guy who I don't think he works there. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't think that guy works there, but he delivered our gas and it was $10, and then he looked into the car and he asked about the camera, but ultimately it was fine. He said thank you. He was gonna get one on Black Friday, so maybe you'll see him on YouTube. Very strange. I think it's maybe deserving of a 1 star, because if I was just like out of town getting gas and I've never like had somebody pump gas for me especially, very strange and interesting experience. But nonetheless, I got my gas pump, so can't be mad. Let's go to the next spot though. All right, so we just got to this next gas station and there's already police presence, which I don't know why they're here or what they're up to. But what's interesting about this gas station is that it has bulletproof glass, because I guess we're in an area that kind of warrants it. And there's police presence as well. So I don't know exactly what's happening. We just got here, but this is a 1 star, probably for decent reason if they have police coming and monitoring things. So let's go ahead and wait for a gas attendant, because it also seems to be self-serve at this point, because I don't see a single gas attendant around here, despite it being a New Jersey gas station. So I'm not allowed, especially in front of a cop, to pump gas. But we'll see how long I sit here, because it doesn't look like anybody's here to help pump gas. Excuse me, officer, are these self-serve pumps?
No.
All right, I'm gonna break the law by going on my phone in front of a cop while in the driver's seat. I'm in drive and I am holding my device, texting. Look at that, crimes being committed here. But on a serious note, we have now waited probably like 5 minutes and I don't even see anybody. It doesn't even look like there is a human that is walking around to pump. Okay, a little bit of an update. We ended up finding him and he is just on like this pump over here. So I think he's like the only person that is pumping gas at the moment.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Can I get 10 ultimate, please? All right, so getting the gas was actually pretty smooth. We came over here, the attendant came over, quickly took the card. Gas is being pumped, looks like legitimate gas. So the big standouts at this 1 star gas station is the bulletproof glass, which we're about to go up to see if it's actually bulletproof and why. There's also somebody getting dangerously close to the car. That was incredibly close, unnecessarily close. I almost got clipped. But yeah, definitely a lot of action happening here. And I think this place certainly has some lore to it that deserves a 1 star.
Have a blessed day, guys.
Thank you as well. Over here, they also seem to have a locked up ATM. There's like a lock on it so you can't even get into it. I wonder why. Let's try to order something though. So this is the bulletproof glass. Hey, how are you? Can I get a Snapple? What was that? Oh, lemon. Can't even hear it. All right, so we just ordered at that bulletproof glass window. Very strange that you can't go inside or anything. I think just based on the police presence, there's a lot of like robbery, theft, things like that in this area. So I went ahead and ordered a lemon Snapple here. The guy was super rude. He like acted like I should have known what he was saying. He's like, what do you want? What do you want? I told him Snapple. He's like, what flavor? What flavor? As if I could hear him through 2-inch bulletproof glass. Like that's thick glass. Like there's no shot that I could hear you if you're mumbling. Also, when I paid, I had to put the cash in some sort of drawer where he pulled and then put in my change and then and put it out. It was definitely like an anti-robbery like system in place. Very strange. Nonetheless, though, I got it. It was $2. He handed me my change, like reluctantly, it felt like. So let's get out of here because this gas station, not good vibes. Vibes, 0 out of 5. Stars, 2 out of 5 because I really like the attendant. He was nice. But outside of him, this place is junk. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so we are currently at Wawa. We're in Orange, New Jersey now. There's a lot of activity going on. They said the parking lot was really full and hard to get into, which really wasn't true. But the inside, they said there's a lot of issues with like the workers being super rude. The food orders, someone in particular noted that like each meatball was like $4, implying that you don't get a lot of meatballs on your hoagie. And just the general vibe of this place apparently is really off. It's interesting to say the least to start, but let's keep going in and see what things are like. Pretty solid so far. Definitely a little bit of activity, but to be expected. Let's go and try this meatball sub though. Okay, so the meatball sub has been ordered. I'm gonna take a look around for anything else, but it's quite a small Wawa, so not a lot of activity going on in here. Let's check the drink station maybe. They got one of these. I've never seen one of these have all the drinks working though. Wow, I think it actually has all the drinks working. Oh, never mind. So they don't have Gold Peak iced tea. None of the teas seem to be working. I have a challenge. If somebody has a local soda machine that has every single one working, send me a picture or a video of it and I'll hook you up with something special. I've never seen one. So something interesting is that there's a security guard floating around the store. I think just to monitor any sort of like bad activity that happens, which implies that there might be it happening. All right, got it.
Red shirt and khaki pants, and a hat and a book bag.
So I think one of the employees actually just called the cops on one of the patrons here because I think apparently he was like harassing her and maybe doing some stuff that he shouldn't have been. So I think they're actually about to come. That's as we're exiting. There's definitely like a lot happening here. It's definitely a hectic parking lot. So I see why this Wawa can be defined as like a 2, maybe even a 1 star. So here's the meatball hoagie. This is what it looks like. How many meatballs in total did we get on our sandwich? And does it look fresh? Okay, so it looks like you get 4 total meatballs on the sandwich. And then I'll give it a quick bite. Because this thing's falling. Oh no. So now I only have 3 meatballs on the sandwich. I don't love it. Let's get out of here and go to the next one. There's way too much happening right now. Meatballs falling, homeless guys getting the cops called on them. Definitely a 1-star gas station, but I have a feeling it's only gonna get worse. So the police have just arrived to, I think, question the guy. He's going in right now. But we're heading out, and like I said, we're moving to the next one. The next gas station that we're currently at is not even a 1-star gas station. It's a 0-star gas station because it just doesn't exist on Google Maps. We were just driving and we naturally came across this place. I didn't know what it was, but then we're seeing a bunch of gasoline tanks, and then there looks to be an actual pump here in which you could fill up gas. And notably, it's $6.44 per gallon, which is probably double of what the rate in New Jersey is. It's a really eerie place too. It's kind of like what you would expect to see in like a scary movie if somebody pulled off for gas on a road trip. This is the type of place you would imagine to see. There's like an emergency shutoff switch here. Like I feel like we're not even supposed to be here to access this. It's definitely a little bit creepy. Everything's rotted. Looks like there's cracks in it. And then you have a place for fuel receipts right here. And it doesn't look like anybody. Wait, that's a lie. The last time somebody got gas here was over 2 weeks ago. This is effectively an abandoned gas station, I guess, so it doesn't really fit into the 1-star, but it's like unrated basically. And I don't know what's behind here. Maybe some like nuclear energy facility. There's actually a door open with a light on, and then there's some like authorized personnel only door here that maybe I could peek through. A little bit creepy. Yeah, I don't know what is going on in there. You can take a peek. This does not seem like a place you want to hang out at longer than 5 minutes though, so pretty cool place to just spot on the side of the road, and weird that it doesn't show up on Google Maps despite it being a functional business where you could clearly pay. I mean, some did 2 weeks ago to get some gas. With that said though, let's move on to another gas station, this time even worse. Okay, so we just pulled up to the lowest rated gas station slash convenience store in all of New Jersey. This 7-Eleven behind me in Morristown, New Jersey has a 1.8 out of 5 stars on Google, which I've never seen something so low. Usually they pull you off of Google after like 2 stars. So one of the most recent reviews says, I got this cheese slice of pizza real quick, didn't pay attention to the enjoy by date, which seemed to have been expired, which means that they were selling maybe expired food. Somebody else said that the people who work here are so incredibly rude and they have horrible employees. And then somebody else even said extreme racial profiling by cashiers and they are negligent of customers. Based on the outside, I do not think that any of this is gonna be true because this is from the outside one of the nicest 7-Elevens I've seen, but who knows? You never know, you don't wanna judge a book by its cover. So let's go inside and see what this is all about. And also I have to try the pizza, not only to see if it's expired, but because 7-Eleven notoriously has the worst pizza in the world apparently, but I never tried it. So maybe the pizza's 1 star as well. It can't be that bad though. My gosh, they even have like high-tech Slurpees here. All right, so I have the pizza slice here. What's today's date? It says prepared on the 6th, enjoy by the 6th, and today's the 6th. So yeah, I guess it's like as fresh as can be. Actually, it was prepared on 1:51. It says enjoy by 2:51. It's 2:42. Does that mean I have 9 minutes to eat this? I just don't understand. How is it they give you an hour window to enjoy this pizza? Is their turnover that quick that it's like, all right, you have an hour to eat this? Maybe that person was just like a couple minutes late and it was technically not good to eat, but so far this is good. Pretty clean throughout. It looks like the floors are pretty clean. It's stocked nicely everywhere. Wide variety. They even got like Red Bull Tetris stuff here. No guys, it's looking good in here. It is actually quite clean overall. I think this place was review bombed because this is one of the cleanest bathrooms I've seen. Like this is what it looks like. I would eat off this floor. Okay, maybe not that, but even the sink. All right, so I couldn't find literally anything wrong with that place. The pizza is unbelievably fresh. They give you an hour window to eat it. The bathrooms were pretty clean overall. I mean, it was stocked up with a lot of different food. So overall, this is like a 5-star 7-Eleven. All right, guys, it is officially 2:52, which means that this pizza slice right here is officially expired because it's now October 6th, 2:52 p.m., which means they sold me pizza that's expired, even though I bought it when it wasn't expired. But here we have it. Ooh, actually, I'm not gonna lie. That is a piece of hair. That is a little eyelash that is in my pizza, and I don't know if I like that. Maybe the reviews were true. I mean, I was just gonna do this at the end, like a quick little meme segment, take a bite, but now I'm seeing an eyelash. And also, technically, 7-Eleven does have 1-star pizza because this pizza is notorious for being disgusting, and it looks disgusting, and it smells like throw up. Oh, on second thought, maybe, but this could just be all 7-Elevens have garbage pizza, but the eyelash is pretty terrible, and now let's take a bite of this now expired pizza and see if it's good. Oh my gosh, I spoke too soon. This thing is literally melted into this. I'm pulling as hard as I can right now. Look at that. It's glued to the bottom. The whole pizza ripped. What is the adhesive? There must be glue underneath there. Okay, well, this is the pizza that I'm left with. So far, definitely a 1-star pizza at least. Oh, that's bad. This is the worst pizza I've ever had in my life. I've done it. I've finally accomplished a 1 out of 10 pizza slice. All things considered, the fact that this was my bite, cheese, the sauce, everything about this is a 1 out of 10 pizza. This is not even one, this is a 0-star pizza. So the inside of the 7-Eleven is great. The pizza, eyelashes, glue, and disgusting, 0 out of 5 stars. That actually knocks this all the way down to a 1.8, so I think that's actually fair. This current gas station we're at is an Exxon that has 3 total stars on Google, but notably 8 of the last 8 Google reviews are all 1 star, and there is a whole slew of issues here. So one person says, I went here at 11 p.m. and there was barely any gas. Another person says the highest prices in town, terrible service, super rude attendant. Should the gas attendant be smoking, which is obviously a big no-no when you're near gasoline? And then one person notably said, be careful getting gas at this station. I was recently the victim of a credit card skimmer device. That's a device where if you put your credit card in, they take all of your information and then they use it at a later date for their own self-interest. So in order to check that out, I got myself a gift card right here. It has $25 balance on it. I'm gonna get $5 worth of gas. And ultimately, if I check back in a couple of days and there's nothing left on this card, I know that they skimmed my credit card details. Let's get some gas. Let's see if we have a rude attendant. Let's see if they even have any gas, because this could be an interesting one. Hey, how are you?
What's up, man?
Can I get $5 premium?
5 premium?
Yeah, thank you. No? If not, you could try this card.
Still want $5?
Yeah, I'll do 5, thank you. All right, so I ended up just getting the gas. I couldn't use my gift card. I think there was an issue with it. I mean, one could say that it's because he wanted the credit card details, but he was a super nice attendant, so I don't think there's any credence to that review. And they ended up having gas as well. So honestly, I can say that none of those 1-star reviews were true in my experience right here, which means we're gonna have to move on to an even worse gas station. So let's do that now. All right, so we just pulled up to the next gas station, which is a 1-star gas station, and it doesn't look like anybody is here. I mean, this place is a ghost town. So just to show you, this Delta right here says closing soon at 10 p.m. It is 9:38. I mean, it is set to close in 20 minutes, but it looks like this place has been closed up for a while. Now, the reviews on this place are pretty crazy. It says this place doesn't even deserve half a star, which right now from the initial glance, I'd say I tend to agree with that. I've been driving for 30 years, and this place is the worst gas station I've ever gone to. I don't know about that, but let's go out and just like see what's kind of going on with this, because I already see some pretty crazy things at a gas station, like some graffiti and a bunch of other stuff. So let's get out and see if there's any credence to this. I think so though, because this place looks like it stinks. So here's where I guess the attendants would typically be. It's a pretty unique looking Delta though. Like I've never really seen a Delta that kind of looks like this, with these pumps for one, and then this like garage structure to it. I like how each pump only has a single type of gas to it. Usually has all 3 levels plus diesel even. This one just has diesel. And if you go over to these pumps, 3 and 5 just have regular. And it looks like somebody was here somewhat recently. recently. They got $28 worth of gas. But who knows if that was like a week ago, a month ago, because this place, I mean, it doesn't work. Nobody's here. A bad sign for a gas station is if the gas structure itself is being held together by duct tape that looks like it's about to tear as well. Who knows? This might actually be the oil for the next day. This might be the gasoline in here. It looks like it, just barrels of gasoline, because I don't know how else this place would fuel up. There's graffiti too all over the pumps. So if we take a look here, just like vandalized gas pumps, you hate to see it. And then over here, there's a gas station clothing drive maybe? Either that or somebody is living somewhere close by to here. In any case, this place is terrible. But other than that, there's not much more to see here. I mean, that's quite literally everything. So the reviews are not lying for this one. Certainly 1 star. Okay, so we're approaching the next 1-star gas station, which is this BP. And actually a lot of people said there's no gas here, which it's a gas station. So you would think there's gas clearly, right? But apparently there's not. So I'm gonna try to pull up to a pump. It looks actually, from the looks of things, that there is no pump that's active. I'm blocked right now, but if I turn in and there's no gas at a gas station, this just might be the worst one yet. I can't believe this. There is no gas at the gas station. It just doesn't work. I mean, there's cones and there's garbage cans blocking it. This is an open gas station on Google and there's no gas that you can get. But it looks like you can go inside for other things possibly. Yeah, there's cones everywhere. All right, I'm gonna go inside and see if it's true that there's no gas, because if that's the case, that's kind of crazy. You got gas or not? Oh, no gas? Okay. All right, so the reviews were not lying. There's no gas at this gas station, which is kind of hilarious. It's like the one thing you need in order to be a gas station. It does have a Mart on the inside. There's not really much in there. The guy even suggested I go down the road to an Exxon that apparently does sell gas. But yeah, if you run into this gas station, not any of these 8 pumps will be open for your car to get gas. And this has apparently been going on for a while, because even a review from last month said this place hasn't had gas in about 6 months, which I guess now it's been 6 or 7 months they haven't had gas here. All right, we are about to pull into a Sunoco that has 2.7 stars on Google, with a lot of the 1-star reviews noting that they steal your money. So one person here said they will take your money and not give you gas, and when you tell the attendant, they'll act like nothing's wrong, which is kind of crazy if they just steal. So I think what I'm gonna do in order to make it a little bit complicated to actually test this is I'm gonna give them $20 cash and say I want gas, and I'm gonna ask for $10 change. So I'm gonna say I want $10 of gas, I'll give them a $20 bill, and I'll see if they like try to play dumb or something and act as if like, oh, I don't know where the money went. I can't imagine they're actually gonna steal though. But this gas station, it's certainly cramped too. I mean, it's kind of hard to see here, but there's not much room between the cars. So if somebody wanted to get out of their car on the driver's side, I don't think it's possible. And actually another person noted that the gas attendant tried to rob him. I gave him 20 cash, turned on my car, and there's no gas. So I'm at 230 miles, so it remains to be seen what happens here. Hi, can I get $10 cash premium?
Premium?
Premium, yeah, 10. All right, it's been submitted. Thank you. Okay, so I actually got my cash, which means I'm not being scammed in terms of losing money. And then my gas gauge, I mean, right now it's still at 230. Wait, that's kind of crazy. It's at 230 and it hasn't gone up at all. Oh my gosh, my gas, oh no, it's gone up, okay. I just jumped. Everything seems to look good here. It was a little bit suspicious. I don't know if it's like a low-end fuel grade that took a little bit to kick in and get recognized by the fuel system, but nonetheless, I ultimately did fill my car with $10 gas, got my change, which means that I think the 1-star reviews are overblown. I do believe that sometimes gas attendants will steal money, but for the most part, this one's fine. The next gas station we're gonna be looking at is a Shell that has 3.1 stars on Google, but it has a lot of interesting 1-star reviews. One person says, I would do 0 if I could, but 2 people note stolen credit card information, with one person saying, stole my credit card information and charged me $200 instead of $45, I'm making a police report. And another person saying, careful, skim device on the card readers, I was a victim of bank fraud after buying gas there 2 weeks ago. So we're gonna try to pay with this. We're gonna see if there's any fishy business going on here. And then assuming I could pay with this, I'll check back in a couple of days and I'll see if any extra money was taken off of this. All right, we just arrived, so let's see if I get my card details stolen from me. Hi, how are you? Super, can I get $10?
$10.
Yeah.
Is he telling someone like, oh, there's a recording device in the car?
So Michael thinks he heard the words recording device, which we'll have to play it back, but if that's the case, then I think they were maybe just like calling out the fact just in case some stuff is happening maybe. Oh, cool.
Whether the card not working.
Oh, not working?
Yeah.
Let me see if I got cash. Can I get $10? Super, thank you. All right, so that was certainly strange. We pulled up and the guy had mentioned recording device. It sounded like he was telling that to another person. I don't know if he was just like talking with his friend and letting them know like, oh, these guys are recording, just like having like a jab at it. Or if he was saying, oh, let's stand down. Like I was gonna maybe try to take their card information, but they're recording, so I'm not going to. I don't know exactly what that was about, but nonetheless, it was a little bit interesting that he said it and he called it out. That doesn't really happen and we film all the time. But to give benefit of the doubt, it was pretty straightforward otherwise. I ended up paying in cash because he couldn't do anything with the gift card. It's not like he stole the gift card or anything out front. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that like the 1 star is probably not warranted, but it was an interesting call out. Maybe if somebody speaks Hindi or Urdu, you could kind of call out what he was saying, because I have no idea what he was saying. I don't know if the audio was good enough to pick it up, but let me know. Let's go to the next gas station. Okay, so we're currently at BP, and this one has a 3.1 stars, and a lot of the things they say about this are throw up on the ground, the air pumps don't work, and the inside generally there's not much stock of certain things. So we're gonna go inside, we're gonna take a gander around. We're also gonna look at the air pumps to see if there's any credence to this. So let's do that right now. It's in like a pretty lively area, but there's not that many people here, so maybe it is really that bad, because other gas stations we pass had a ton of people. This one doesn't have a lot. Okay, so I found the air station right here. Let's see if it's working or not. All right, but it's definitely working. It looks as if it's operating. It's not out of order. So I think that one, definitely not true. It also said there's throw up on the ground. I mean, I'll take a look. That's a pretty heavy accusation to have throw up on the ground. Don't see anything here. Garbages over here all look good. So let's go inside and see what's going on inside the mart. Pretty nice mart. Stock, smells good. Music playing. I see they have a Friel machine, which creates those milkshakes, which is fun. Yeah, this is not an amateur gas station. This mart is actually pretty solid inside of the BP. SpongeBob Path, what is that? SpongeBob and Patrick water for $6 to get both of them. Better cure diseases. So everything looks good at this BP. I don't think it deserves the 1 star rating. There was literally nothing that would qualify it as a 1 star. So I don't know, I guess it's on to the next one, because this was like one of the nicer BPs that I've ever been to. All right guys, so we are currently at a Shell, and the knock on this one is that there's a grumpy old man at the gas station. He moves at the speed of a turtle. And as I say that, he's actually approaching right now. Hi, how are you? Can you please fill it up? Actually, can I get just 10 bucks is Nitro Supreme? All right, so as I was doing the intro, because I thought this was gonna take a while, the guy was actually pretty quick. He doesn't seem super old. He's maybe like 50, 60 years old. But a lot of people said that the worker is very lazy. They even have a picture of him as well, so I'll try to match up if it's actually him. It's hard to say, but I think it is the same person. Lazy attendant didn't want to come out. The place is filthy and sketchy as can be. I think overall, it's not really that sketchy. It's not in like a terrible part of New Jersey either. But let's see if I actually get $10 worth of gas. Who knows, maybe he's scamming a little bit. Okay, so it's stopped, and it looks like we did in fact get exactly $10 of gas. So ultimately, I think this one was pretty straightforward. I didn't have a 1 star experience. This was actually the quickest one yet. Very quick. I'm getting my card back right now. Thank you. Have a good day. All right, just like that, let's move to the next one. We're currently outside of Quick Check, which is a really big gas station and convenience store in New Jersey, and this is one of the lowest rated ones, carrying a 2.9 out of 5 stars on Google total, and there are a ton of 1 star reviews, including, each time I visit this location, I find the overall atmosphere from the staff to be unwelcoming. Particular, I have repeated negative experiences with an employee working at the deli section. This is a big one, and in addition to that, they say that the bread that they get served at the deli is 3 days old, flaky, stale. The sandwiches are just terrible. They also say that there's no free air and the vacuuming is out of order, which we can confirm because I parked right in front of it and it says that the vacuum is out of order. And then perhaps my favorite, the bathroom needs to be cleaned. It is so dirty. The toilets are filthy. They look like they haven't been cleaned in weeks. So we're gonna go inside, investigate all of this. Could be disgusting or just could be a giant overreaction, but let's try right now. All right, so here's the sandwich station. I'm gonna put in an order for like an Italian sub, something nice and simple. And we're gonna see what it looks like. Let's get an Italian sub. Okay, Italian sub ordered. So far so good, but we are gonna be waiting for our sandwich because that was the big knock on this gas station. And then I'm also going to go to the bathroom right now and we're gonna see how dirty these things are. Obviously we can't bring this in, so I'm just gonna go in separately because if it's a 1-person bathroom, I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so I just went in and as you can see, I think it was a single-person bathroom, but there was a urinal and then there was the actual toilets, but the toilet was locked because I think it was out of order. But you saw the urinal. The urinal was just pretty standard, honestly, in a men's room, and the actual sink area, maybe a little bit of grime around the sink, but overall, I do think it was overblown. Definitely not the filthiest bathroom I've seen. I've been to a couple of McDonald's in New York City that I think are much worse than that. But now it's time to get our subs. But this is the true test because most of the 1-star reviews were talking about the food. 71?
Thank you.
Thank you. Seamless. No issues, no hiccups. Just got my sub now. Let's see what it looks like. We'll see if it's served on some fresh ingredients. But outside of that, what I expected out of a gas station. The bathroom, I mean, you saw it. It was what it was. Maybe like a 3 out of 5. Sandwich, I mean, the lady was really nice. All right, let's crack this open. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty solid. I'll give it a little bite as well, just to ensure that, you know, visually I'm not being misled. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars, the taste as well. Overall, I think this Quick Check hate is overblown. Really weird that it has that many 1-star reviews. Maybe they ended up firing the people that were really rude. And I think once you leave a couple of 1-star reviews, they definitely start like taking their ingredients more seriously, cleaning the bathrooms more regularly. So I'm proud of this Quick Check for improving, but it's only gonna get worse. Let's move on to the next gas station. So this next gas station we're at is a little bit interesting because it's not a 1-star gas station, but rather a not rated gas station because nobody knows if this is open or not. It's a fully functional fuel for gas station. I mean, you could see here the pumps are working, but this place is not open, and I don't think it has been open, and I don't think it's going to open. There's just 4 pumps here, so I don't think it works. I mean, it's 1 star because like, what do? Why is there just a random gas station in the middle of the highway with nothing to show for it? There's lights on and everything. You would think this is a functional business, but it's not. And then over here, there's just this random building, and nobody knows what's inside. My leading theory is that this is gas used for the cars at this Hyundai dealership. So it's kind of like a gas station just for these cars, but I've never seen that before. But yeah, as you can see, like there's no prices on the gas sign right there, and ends up just being a completely deserted, dead gas station. But usually it's like the lights wouldn't be on or something. So I just wanted to show this because I always pass by this one and I'm like, what is this? And I checked on Google and there's no information about it. So 0 stars because it doesn't even work. Next gas station. The next gas station we're at is an Exxon in Newark, New Jersey, and this has multiple 1-star reviews, with one person saying, if you want to get robbed, go here. Another person talking about how it's overpriced, and then somebody said that the Mart, Quick and Fresh, which is right behind us, is also terrible. So lots of substance here. We're gonna go in the Mart and check it out, and then we're gonna get gas to see if we get robbed figuratively or literally. Let's see if they got Feastables here. No, so no Feastables in the Newark Exxon. We do got the Shakalicious gummies though. I've actually never tried these. They don't look very good though. I think I'm just gonna get myself a water. Really wide selection here. What's the most random water one can buy? I'm gonna try to find one I've never heard of before. I didn't know Gatorade made water. Is it just like really high electrolyte? Yeah, alkaline electrolyte infused. Let's try this Gatorade water. All right, so just finished up inside the Mart there. It was actually a really nice Mart. So you could order, I mean, crispy, crunchy chicken, it looks like. I got my water, my Gatorade water for $2.89, which honestly isn't terrible. Now I'm gonna get gas because we're gonna see if the robbing that is happening has something to do with the price of the gas, because apparently like people get upcharged like crazy. So I'll get like $5 worth. I'll see if it translates properly, and then we'll see if the place is actually 1 star. All right, so I see the attendant. Let's see how long he takes to come, because a lot of people say at night this place does not have a good response time. Some people joke that it's the only self-serve gas station in New Jersey because of that. Hello, can I get 10 Supreme? Thank you. So the big thing I'm looking out for is if I get my change, because some people have noted that at this gas station, you won't end up getting your change. They say you'll get robbed because they pay 2x for the gas that you're getting. The gas that I'm getting is $4.49 per gallon, which is quite high. So I think I'll only be getting 2 gallons worth. Looks like he's fiddling for some change now. So I think I will be getting my 10. Oh, thank you, sir. Just like that. All right, so I got filled up. I got my change back. Quick and Fresh Mart was actually pretty solid. So I say this gas station was like 5-star all the way through. I really didn't have an issue with this. I don't think it was 1 star at all. So whoever's saying 1 star to this gas station, check yourself, because this is one of my favorite gas stations I've ever been to. Not really, but it's pretty solid. All right, so we are at our next 1-star gas station. This one is a Speedway, and interestingly, it says the firefighter working today had a very bad attitude towards driver. I don't know if there's like normally a firefighter here or something, maybe because it's like a high crime area, perhaps that's why. Other people are saying there's a well-dressed guy hanging around panhandling for donations in an aggressive manner. I've yet to see anybody around here. I've also yet to see an attendant, by the way. The attendants aren't interested in doing their jobs, which so far that's true. We've been here for about 2 to 3 minutes. Nobody has come up. So another car just pulled up to get gas, and it looks like the attendant also isn't going to her. And I think she just got out of her car to pump her own gas, which is a big no-no in New Jersey. You're not supposed to do that. It's a felony if you pump your own gas. And the reason why you can't do it is because I think they want to preserve a lot of jobs for younger people. So being a gas attendant is like a pretty solid job to have if you're pretty young. So it's just to like boost the economy and stuff. But people are getting out of their cars, it looks like, to pump the gas, which means that the gas attendants here do not in fact like to pump the gas. So this gas station, I mean, you can't get gas unless you commit a felony. So 1 star for sure.
All right, guys, well, that was a lot of fun going to these different gas stations. Let me know what your favorite was. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more content, make sure to click here or click here. Otherwise, subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.